I have envisioned giving this speech for many years, mostly because I'm Italian and we like to worry about things well in advance. I'd like to start by expressing gratitude. Thank you to Nick for choosing me for this opportunity, and Lauren for seeing me belligerent drunk at other weddings, and somehow Nick still thinking it was a good idea. And thank you to Nick's parents, Greg and Julie, for raising a man with a solid foundation and a good moral compass. They've always been like a second family to me, and they would take me all night to explain how much I love and appreciate them. Thank you to Lauren's parents, Steve and Karen, for raising a daughter with a heart of gold who loves to enjoy life and always fills a room with positivity. And thank you to this bartender for getting me good and ready for this speech. I have never been a fan of public speaking. I get really nervous and I make mistakes, but this man's help has now got me inebriated. I met Nick, or Nicky, as we used to call him, around the summer of 1997. We grew up down the street from each other in a town called Glenwood, Illinois, where my cousins lived right behind us, and we would have wiffle ball games with all the neighborhood kids. We were on opposite teams, and our friendship started the way all the best ones do, with physical violence. Nick and I got into a fight in the middle of the game. Recall the exact reason, probably because I'm better looking and a superior athlete. Eventually, he accepted our differences and we became best friends. And the rest of the time in Glenwood, we were inseparable. Our favorite activities included things like shooting each other with Nerf guns, listening to the Beastie Boys albums and giggling into swear words, and bullying our younger brothers. A few years later, my family moved, and I thought I'd never see Nick again. But our mom stayed in touch, and I vividly remember how excited I would get when I found out I'd spend a weekend with Nick. It felt like Christmas Eve, so much wonder and anticipation for our next adventure that would almost always end up in us being grounded. Throughout our teenage years, we had some great times, like our dads putting tracking software on our computers that could tell every word that we said. This groundbreaking technology opened the door to us getting grounded without being in the same room. Or spraying silly string out my car with no strangers. Or blowing up my neighbor's mailbox with fireworks. No matter how much trouble we got in over the years, we were committed to staying in touch. Nick and I shared a special bond that I had never experienced with anyone else, and I probably sound like Lauren. But we confided in each other, working through thoughts and feelings without feeling like we were being judged or our secrets were getting out. That kind of outlet is invaluable for a young man, and in my early 20s, I was a loose cannon. But no matter how reckless I was, Nick never looked at me differently. He would give his opinion and his guidance, which usually consisted of, stop being an idiot. I did not, and he stayed my best friend. Through the experiences we had, life events that were bothering us, and decisions that we struggled to make, there was one person I could always turn to that was on my team. And having that kind of support has truly been a blessing. When Nick met Lauren, I knew right away she was the woman he would marry. There was a difference in his voice when he called me after their first date. He was giddy like a schoolgirl, and I could hear him blushing through the phone. The way he described their time together, her personality, how much fun he had, and how they didn't have to do anything elaborate to have a good time together. There were some dead giveaways really early on, and sure enough, a couple of weeks later, I got another call from the schoolgirl. I really think she's the one. A few months into the relationship, I met Lauren at an Orbit family party. I could tell immediately that the connection was special. She kept a smile on her face, her energy was light and airy, and perhaps most importantly, she was grounded in her faith. They had a natural chemistry from the start, and I was so happy that Nick finally found a woman worthy of his love. Which is great, because for a while I was convinced that Nick would never date a woman that wasn't a complete dud. That said, my first time in a car with Lauren, we were driving to the Florida Keys. She looked out the window at the beautiful scenery and yelled "Turtle Hospital." And then explained that visiting a turtle hospital was her number one reason for coming to Florida. Just kidding, we know you're not a nut. To quote Ulysses S. Grant, "The friend in my adversity I shall always cherish most. I can better trust those who help to relieve the gloom of my dark hours than those who are so ready to enjoy with me the sunshine of my prosperity." Nick, you really are a brother to me. I love both of you and wish you the best possible future together. And let's have a toast to my best friend and his wife. Cheers to a lifetime of love, happiness, family, faith, and turtle hospitals. We love you.